Movies are the projects of motion pictures made by a significant group of individuals who take the passionate desire to captivate audiences all over the world with one story. As an audience member, you know to watch a movie from beginning to end, which only makes sense. That's why I'm going to tell you my life from beginning to end. I was born and raised in San Antonio, Texas. When I was younger, I was put into a lot of random acting classes and plays, and I got a really early sign of stage fright. When I was 5, I was asked to be in an Oscar Mayer Wiener commercial, and I turned it down because I was too nervous. Therefore, when I got into grade school, my parents decided to put me into more acting classes, which I had changed my opinion completely with Shirley Temple because my acting coach made me sing and dance every song she ever sung. Therefore, I hate Shirley Temple now. After I was done with my acting classes, it got me a lot easier to talk in front of an audience and perform in front of an audience because I was learning to not be so uptight about it. And as time went on, I started not being scared. I decided to be in a Got Milk commercial. I wore the shirt that said Got Milk, had the milk mustache with thumbs up, and said Got Milk, which was really interesting. I then moved on and decided to join choir in 3rd grade, which was more of something I wanted to do because I love to sing, and the fact that I was going to be around individuals who loved doing that also made me super happy because I felt like it was first nature. And as I was in choir, I learned not to be scared at all. Like, my anxiety pretty much went away because I was always in front of a crowd. And even though singing is something I love doing, I believe that movies is my niche. I have 3 extremely weird movie obsessions, and those are plane crashes, possessions, and extreme tornadoes. When I was younger, my parents used to watch Twister every weekend, and I grew this passion about tornadoes. And when people asked me what I wanted to be when I was older, I told them a singer, but deep down inside, I really wanted to be a camera woman chasing tornadoes. The summers in Texas were brutally scorching, so my best friend and I decided to take my parents' video camera and film random things like reality TV shows about us, and we even did mimic MTV Movie Awards, and we used to do it with our Barbies and stuffed animals, and we filmed ourselves 24/7, and I never gave that video camera back. We also went as far as making a band called No Cure, which blended No Doubt and The Cure together, and we definitely already made our behind the music also. I also like screenwriting. As I took the class at film school, I realized that since I was younger and wrote scripts, I was doing it completely wrong, and I honestly didn't even know I was doing it. So learning the proper technique of it really helped, but I feel like I don't have it 100% down, so I want to learn more about it. I also had a huge passion for writers in general because I figure, if you have a movie and you think about the fact that somebody had the vivid imagination of coming up with that, or even the least amount of trueness of a true story that they wanted to write about, like, that gives me so much more of an incentive to do it also. I realize my life is not a huge biography channel piece, but I would love to write an entire story about it because although it's not an Eminem true life story, I do think it has a lot of ups and downs that I could direct. I would love to see myself in art design also, because the year I decided to pick up that camcorder with my best friend, we also started playing Sims a ton, and I loved interior design, which made me want to do art design. And I've actually done a couple of off of the Full Sail campus activities with art design, and I loved it. If I had to tell anyone how to become not so scared in front of an audience, I would have to tell them that practice makes perfect, and as cliche as that may seem, there really is no reason to be afraid.